Now, President-elect Joe Biden's nominee for Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg. It's great to have you on the show. I've got a question I think actually is just right for you, because a lot of people are looking ahead. We've been talking all morning, counting down to noon today, counting down to turning the page. But I want to ask about the countdown of the next, I guess, 43 or 37 minutes when the president will be heading to Joint Base Andrews and leaving, finally. 4 years ago, his speech was about carnage. And this is a man, when he leaves there today, who will be leaving a trail of destruction across this country. He started out his carnage by deepening the racial divide in this country. He allowed the coronavirus to run rampant in this country, something that could have easily been stopped and perhaps hundreds of thousands of deaths prevented. He debased himself on the foreign stage. He offered to, he tried to get dirt from a political rival, from a foreign leader, and he provoked a massive riot on the nation's capital just over a week ago. So help us, where do we go from here, given what has happened over the past 4 years?
Well, I've got an even shorter countdown on my mind, which is less than 10 minutes till the sun comes up over the Capitol today. And that sun is going to rise over the Capitol, and by the time it goes down tonight over the Lincoln Memorial, it'll be setting on a different Washington with different leadership. By then, we will have heard the President of the United States at midday under that sun say words to bring this country together. Volumes are going to be written about the harms that have been done in the last 4 years, a time when we needed, even more than usual, needed a president to bring us together. And of course, we had the opposite. But now we have a president who is focused on bringing us together. And as he expressed last night at the Lincoln Memorial, recognizes that unity is hard work. It's not about pretending we don't have divisions. It's hard work, just as grief and mourning and remembrance are hard work as part of the process of healing. But I think that process is underway. And, what we're going to see over the next few hours and then over the next few days is aggressive action looking to the future to make the American people better off, starting with that COVID rescue package that's about defeating the virus and building our economy back better. There's, of course, another bigger package on the way. There's that kind of 1-2 step process. And right off the bat, I'm just really looking forward to that leadership, because we've needed it all along, and we're finally going to get it.
From Mayor Pete to Secretary Pete, Mr. Secretary Designate, we have grown up in a very divided land, very politically divided land. Democrats would probably trace that division back to the early 1990s and the election of Bill Clinton. Republicans would go back to the Bork nomination, maybe Watergate. But regardless, we have been divided, and one president after another until Donald Trump came in promising to bring this country together, whether it was Bill Clinton or George W. Bush, a uniter, not a divider, or Barack Obama, who didn't see red state America or blue state America, he saw the United States of America. And time and again, their hopes on both sides have been dashed, and both the other parties blamed each other for those divisions. What does Joe Biden need to do? What do you need to do? What does the Biden administration need to do to turn the page on 30 years of deep political division?
Well, it's true. Presidents have been humbled in their efforts to bring this country together. But it has to start with efforts to bring this country together. We've had a president doing the opposite. So it starts with that intent. But then that intent has to lead to action. I think at the end of the day, what Americans need is results. We have to deliver for the American people. If confirmed, that will obviously be my work to deliver that when it comes to transportation and infrastructure. But every part of this administration, working on economics, working on security, working on health, has to be able to produce results. And I think we're set up to do that. It will not be easy. And the divisions of the last 4 years, or as you say, the last 30 or 40, or honestly, the last 400, right? Some divisions in this republic are older than the republic itself. They're not going to heal you overnight, but the question is whether we are making progress or whether we are falling back. We've had leadership pulling us back. Now we have leadership that's going to be pulling us forward.
Treasury Secretary Designate Mayor, our former Mayor, Pete Buttigieg. Thank you so much for being with us, Transportation Secretary Designate. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your day. Stay safe. Yeah.